This is just like the stock market too. Say that right now, multifamily is not in no crisis. You can't find a damn deal that you're saying you're going to go steal. It's not happening. But let's say that somebody ran their business the wrong way and they're like, oh my God, they panic. If they sell in a panic, of course you're going to lose, right? You're not going to, because now you're in a panic. You want to sell. The person that's going to buy sees that you're in a panic and they're going to lowball you. Now, okay, now you sold your building for way less somewhat, or you're covering your expenses to sell, right? Where in the market, in the stock market, people panic. Oh my God, the stock went down $100. I'm going to sell today. Why are you selling today? In a month or two, buy more. Don't sell. Wait until that damn thing comes back up so you don't lose your money.
Yeah, emotions.
So
That's
So that's the only way you lose in investing in multifamily and business.
And so I'm curious on like, I feel like real estate, that's the funny thing about it. So like somebody could come in and appraise and be like, the property's worth $1 million. We'll just use that for easy numbers. But then say if the person like, there's like circumstances, like maybe the person just lost their job, they need the money and they're moving somewhere else and they already have the other place, so like they gotta move, right? And so if you know that as a buyer, that $1 million home you could maybe get for like $800K or like a crazy discount.
Single families, yes.
Yeah, because of the circumstance.
100%.
So like how we got $700 a month off our rent, like
correct.
There's things where like if somehow that side something gets over to this side, like information on the circumstance, then you can like,
100%. So single family homes, you're gonna see deals this year.
Okay,
on single family. No, single family. I see a big opportunity to buy up a bunch of single family homes.
Okay.
I'm just not in that. I don't buy single families no more.
Yeah, you already went through that.
So I'm already but no, it's not that it's just that we changed our core values of what we're looking to buy.
For sure.
I have a friend of mine that buys 500-600 houses a year. Oh yeah, that's what he likes. He likes to buy single family homes, and he buys them all like in one big block. Like let's say in Kendall, he goes to Kendall and he says, okay, from this block to this block, this block to this block, this square area, I'm gonna go see how many houses I could buy within that community. Mm-hmm. And he buys 200-300 houses in 1 or 2 months.
Like a development, pretty much.
Right, yeah. But he buys single and he rents them out. He likes single family.
So it's more of
it's just our core value this year. Not this year.
Last couple years.
We've changed our core values to what we're investing in. Mm-hmm. But single family homes, like I said, there's nothing
right or wrong.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You could become very wealthy with single family homes. You just have to buy a whole lot, and you have to have a complete strategy, because maintenance on, if you have a house here, a house there, a house here, a house here.
Oh, yeah,
now this tenant has a problem. Now you have to have a maintenance guy that's going to need to drive to this property. An hour later, now this tenant that lives 10 blocks away, now that tenant calls. Now that maintenance guy he's driving all day.
Yeah, it's further.
So now he's losing a lot of time driving. So your maintenance is the problem. But if you have, I used to have it down packed. I had, what was it, like 17 homes, 16 homes, something like that. And I had like 3 maintenance guys that worked full time, and I would give them each, okay, you have this section, you have this section, you have this section. So if these calls come in, this is your problem. These calls come in, this is your problem, like that. So I had to hire more employees because of the distance of the single family homes. But you could work it out if that's your core value and that's what you want to buy. You just do a strategy, and it's like running any other business.
For sure.
You have to have a strategy for any business you have.
And I think it's already starting to happen, because like our parents, we're from like a small town an hour north of Philadelphia, and one of our good friends, their mom is a realtor there, and she's been saying like houses have been getting scooped up, and I mean, regardless of because Miami's actually still kind of like open, or at least it feels like it. But every other city's shut down.
Yeah.
So a lot of people like from New York, they're leaving cities and they're desiring something like maybe out in the woods or something. And you're not going to get like an apartment out in the woods.
Right.
So I do. Is that kind of what you're seeing?
Yes.
Is like a lot of people are moving out.
Yes. 100%. And then, so one thing that I'm going to tell you about why we decide to invest in multifamily instead of single family. One of the major things is that single family gets appraised. So let's say in your community, within your area, they appraise the homes based on what has been selling around you. So if you have a foreclosure that happens in your area, now the value of your house went down.
Really?
So
I didn't know that.
Yes. So it depends what's happening in your area. That house gets appraised based on that. So if you bought that house for $500,000, and we're going through the crisis that we're going through right now, and say 2 or 3 people in that area let go of their home, and they said, "Here's foreclosure. I'm not paying this house. I'm moving to another state. Take the house." Now, when you go sell this house, because there were so many foreclosures, now your house is appraised at a lower value than what you bought it for.
That's crazy. So it's
And it
you're
could
not
go
in
vice
control.
versa. It could go that community is hot and it's everybody wants to move there, right? Now you bought it for $500,000. 3 years later, now it's worth $800,000. It could go either way, right?
Yeah.
So multifamily doesn't run that way. Multifamily is run as a business. So it's based on the income that apartment building is producing, is how you sell that. That's what the value of your property is worth.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't care what's happening in your surrounding areas, because you're not going to get appraised based on value of the outside world. You're going to be appraised on what your business is producing.
I do like that better.
So,
more control.
Yeah, you have more control over your assets.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the reasons why we have chosen to invest into multifamily and not single family homes.
Mm-hmm.
But you have pros and cons with multifamily. You have pros and cons with single family. I say if you want to invest in multifamily, in rental investments, get started anywhere you can.
Yeah.
And learn from it. And from that point on, just start scaling.
Gotcha.
You know?
So